We were fortunate to stay in a really nice DoubleTree hotel um, out in the business area, but we were very able to just take a bus into town. Being at this really nice hotel made me feel better after the big long ride. So we got on a bus and we went into town to go walking and sightseeing. It was the little markets in different areas. We went to lunch. We had some time to just sightsee. The weather was beautiful.
Right.
Hello, here we are. Going down, careful. Bratislava. Julia.
Hola, hola. Very nice hotel.
We took a picture with the man coming out of the manhole on the ground, and later I found out that the folklore is that if you touch his head that you'll have a baby. Well, I'm not going to have a baby, but I just followed along with what everybody else was doing. Bratislava is a beautiful town, beautiful. The people were so friendly. It was very easy to get around. We had a really nice time just sightseeing.
The hotel we stayed at in Bratislava was just outside of town. The staff at the hotel told us where we had to catch the bus, about a 10-minute ride, and it left us just outside this building that you see here. We would spend the whole day in Bratislava for 2 days and just walk the town. The hotel was actually right beside a professional hockey arena where the Bratislava team played. Really beautiful area. Bought a few little knickknacks here and there. Spent a nice day, nice weather. It just could not have been any more perfect. Now, late in the evening, it did rain, probably 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. There was an ongoing concert. And as the concert was ending, there was a light rain. There was lightning in the background, which made the atmosphere really nice. We ended up taking the bus back just from the other side of that building that you saw earlier and headed back to the hotel. Great experience. The actual traditional city center in Bratislava was not very big. It was just a few blocks east and west and a few blocks north and south. Easy to walk. It did take us over some bridges, beautiful scenery. Here's one of the bridges where people love to leave their locks. We walked the streets, had lunch out here. Really enjoyed our time, and we hated to have to move on, but we were here to do the Eurovelo. Why are they leaving?
They're going around in circles so people can see them. Este se quedó atorado ahí.
Here's the concert I mentioned earlier. It started getting dark. Really nice, relaxing atmosphere. Light rains. Some people had their umbrellas up. I did not because I wanted to film the whole environment. Lovely area. Coming out into our first Hungarian town or village. Bike lane on the left. Very nice. We see a market up ahead. We're going to stop for juice, some water, and maybe some Hungarian candy. Now into Hungary for the first time. We crossed the border, got off the Danube. We needed some food. We went to an ATM and withdrew what seemed to be a lot of money. At the end of it, the money lasted us a long time. Lots of different things at the grocery stores. We did not get a lot of stairs. Yes, we were in cycling shorts and our panniers fully packed. We loaded up and rode on. We came across this building here. We never figured out what it was. Nobody around. We walked inside. I think we went up 3 floors, and never saw anybody. It was something made, oh, I don't know, hundreds of years ago, but with the furniture of, say, the 60s, 70s. Really pretty. We were almost afraid to walk or make any kind of noise because we thought maybe somebody would be coming out and tell us to leave. The next morning, we rode out, went through a small town where we really ended up somehow missing our turns or our direction. They were having a festival, some kind of children's fair or festival. We did stop for just minutes. They had the World Cup game going on in some big screen TV. It was just difficult to walk around with so many people there.
We're midway to Budapest. And here we go, taking side roads.
Busy on a Sunday.
Oh no, and there's a lot of small roads too.
Now that red road there could be a bit busy.
Now, yeah, and that's probably right here, the M1 is what they call it.
I can't see that on this, but it could be. I mean, I think I'll see how I'm going.
After trying to take a shortcut, which ended up in a plant, we ended up getting some directions towards a camping site. This was it. At first we were going to camp, but we ended up just getting a room for the night.
Hello! Hello!
We are in Hungary, following the Eurovelo 6 sign. Here comes my honey. This is actual trail through farms and mud. We are loving it. At least I am. There goes my honey, stronger and stronger every day, every year.
Along the road, I saw a sign for a military post. So we took a little side trip and rode up into the area to see a huge military site. Underground tunnels, underground rooms where they had their living quarters, areas where they kept their military armory, and it was a very eerie feeling walking through the hallways alone. We paid a little fee to get in, and then you could just roam around freely to see everything. Many of the spaces in the rooms have been untouched. Things left behind, bags, different stuff was still there, and one of the more interesting areas was where they did the baking, to bake the bread for the communities around them and to help the people survive during the wartime.
Not much has changed in this place, probably from the days that people actually lived there. Not There's just not a lot of money in a lot of these Central and Eastern European countries for tourism. A place like this could bring in a lot of tourists. They did seem to have some sort of shows. As you can see in the background, there were some RVs.
It was filming.
There was filming going on, but maybe some kind of period piece. But the place really needed some cleaning up, and I think could bring in a lot of tourists.
But it was in a remote area, so not many other visitors were there besides us.
This was our campsite for the night. Well, we had intended to camp, but after checking out the hotel or hostel, whatever it was almost just about the same price. We went downstairs and got some raspberry beers that were just incredible. We went back a couple more times and had some more. Here you'll see this was where we stayed. We stayed upstairs. Very pleasant atmosphere.